told to stay inside, locked behind our eyes, hoping that we never know that when another one falls, all the people are falling. Deaf and paralyzed and blindly terrorized from the truth we can't ignore. If not together we fall, all the people are calling, singing, freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Yes, our freedom is coming, freedom is coming, but we gotta take a stand before it's gone too soon. Sometimes freedom is running, freedom is running before freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Gotta grab it by the hand before it's gone too soon. Can't breathe to save my life, oppression televised. We raise our hands up to the sky. Don't let another one fall till the people start walking. Drums and picket signs, the voice of millions on the rise, singing love is all we need. Oh, if not together we fall, all the people are calling, singing, freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Yes, our freedom is coming, freedom is coming, but we gotta take a stand before it's gone too soon. Sometimes freedom is running, freedom is running before freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Gotta grab it by the hand before it's gone too soon, before it's gone too soon. Yes, our freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Yes, our freedom is coming, freedom is coming. Gotta grab it by the hand. Oh, yeah, yeah. Before it's gone too soon.
All right. Oh my goodness. First of all, welcome everybody. Thank you to everyone that's joining us on Facebook Live. Before we go anywhere, Iman, thank you. Thank you for that offering. It was absolutely beautiful. And what I want everyone to do is take a moment and receive a bit of that musical serenade that Iman just offered us, and just take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it out. Okay, well, I want to make sure that everyone knows that we are all special, that your presence here matters, that you could have been anywhere else, but here, and you chose to join us, not just to celebrate this phenomenal woman, but also to acknowledge what you critically need and to take care of yourself and to connect with us. So welcome, 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 welcome. I want to make sure that if you've joined us via Zoom, that you share your comments in the chat for all attendees and the panelists, so that we can hear some of your thoughts and impressions and what has really hit you in your soul during this entire exchange. So really quickly, share with us in the chat. And if you're with us on Facebook Live, please feel free to add some commentary right in the comment section. What did you get out of that serenade, that musical serenade from Iman about freedom? Type it in the chat for us. And while you are typing it in the chat, I want you to remember that if you want to learn more about the work of the Women of Color Initiative, please go to womenofcolorinitiative.org. Again, the website is womenofcolorinitiative.org. Okay, let me see if I can read some of these comments in the chat. We have, I'm honored to be able to witness the acknowledgement of a legend who has marched and fought for an oftentimes voiceless neighborhood. Thank you, Representative Able Mable Thomas. I salute you. And that is coming from Miss Patricia Campbell. Thank you. Okay, I think it's time to start. Are you all ready? If you're ready, type in the chat, ready. Are you ready to celebrate this phenomenal woman who is also with us today? If you are in the chat, if you're in the Zoom, she will read your message. So please, oh, I see some readies. I see Sandra, I see Pamela, I see Cheryl, I see Natalie's ready. Who else is ready? Oh, Carlos is ready. Oh, Sheila's ready. Who else is ready? Come on, we got to get the energy going. I know we are remote. I know this is Zoom. I know it's virtual, but who's ready? Up, Madam CJ's ready. Uh-oh, Mamie Moore is ready. Robert Jordan's ready. Hold on. Pamela Stegall is ready. Chandra Young is ready. Okay, it is time, everybody, for us to not only pay attention to the purpose for coming today, but I want to highlight a word that the powerful Sandra Barnhill shared with us to prepare us for today. And the word is behold. Can you all hear me? The word is behold. And that term behold means to see or observe a person or thing, especially a remarkable or impressive one. So we are going to behold the celebration of Able Mable Thomas. I see you, Cheryl Jordan. Everybody type behold. Let me read that one more time. We're going to stay on agenda, but I need you all to let this sink into yourselves, okay? Behold is defined as to see or observe a person or thing, especially a remarkable or impressive one. And that is what we're going to do today. We're not only going to talk about what we're celebrating. Yes, look at everybody typing behold. That is for you, Able Mable Thomas. You all are here today with the prayers and the hope that every ounce of giving and offering that this phenomenal woman, Able Mable Thomas, has poured into the community, not just her immediate community, not just with her friends and family, but with the thought of our people and the struggles that we have been fighting. She absorbed that and poured into us. So what we want to do tonight is pour into her. Is that all right? Is that okay to pour into her? because I know I am. Okay, so there's some people who don't know about the Women of Color Initiative. I am not only representing Sister Carolines, but I'm also a thought leader with this entire Women of Color Initiative. It has been quite an undertaking, and some of the explanations and comments around why this initiative exists also lies in what we're doing today. And today we are presenting the SHEro Award. The Soul Serenade is where we provide information and tools to support women of color, mind, body, and soul. It's a 4-part series designed to acknowledge and celebrate the fact that 2020, y'all stay with me, has been a difficult and challenging year, but we are making it. And a lot of that has to do with us not isolating ourselves and connecting through mediums like this. From COVID-19 to the elections and everything in between happening in our own households, it's taken its toll. And the purpose of this gathering is to serenade your soul and uplift the soul of Able Mable Thomas. So, Able Mable Thomas, a trailblazer, an icon, a grassroots organizer. These are just a few of the words that describe our honoree, Able Mable Thomas. For over 35 years plus, she has been the people's advocate. Come on now. I remember when I first heard Able Mable speak, but one of the most memorable lessons that she shared when she spoke, we were at the Georgia Capitol, I want to say it was 2 or 3 years ago. And there was a ceremony that was being held. Let me tell you, that ceremony concluded with Able Mable standing up, and what she said to all of us at the Capitol was so powerful to me. She stood up there and she said, you know what? I know when you all see us up here as representatives, as politicians, as people of the people in leadership roles, you think we wake up without fear. You think we wake up without this concern for whether or not we're going to be able to achieve all our goals for the day. And you know what she said? She said, we still have that fear. We have to campaign, we have to push forward, we have to do all these things. But even though we have that fear, we get up and do it anyway. We get up and lead anyway. And so when she said that, I thought to myself, wow, if Able Mable Thomas is able to be that transparent and share how she's doing it anyway, then maybe I can keep going. So I personally want to thank you, and I'm gonna hold it together because I'm responsible for hosting tonight, but I want to thank you, Able Mable Thomas, for not only being transparent, not only being a leader, but caring enough to tell the truth to those of us who are trying to get to the place where we're as consistent and impactful as you have been. So I want to take a moment, and if any of you have been impacted, before I move on, if any of you have been impacted by any of the work or sayings or speeches or leadership efforts of Able Mable Thomas, please put it in the comment section, put it in the chat. Make sure that you share so that she can come back to this over and over and over again and just read the impact that she's had. I'm gonna imagine y'all giving me this good old fashioned church feedback like, yes, that's all right. Okay, now, what I would like to do is make sure that throughout this entire process that we are serenading our souls. And what's most important about serenading our souls is that we put our time and our attention in the hands of someone that actually cares about how our souls are doing, and they have chosen to be a conduit. And that's why Iman Jordan is here. So we want to turn it over and offer another serenade, not just to our attendees, but to our esteemed honoree, Able Mable Thomas.
I was born by the river in a little tent, and oh, just like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh yes it will. When I go to my brother, I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me down on my knees. Oh, there've been times when I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh yes it will. Yeah. So you taught us that, Miss Able Mable Thomas. You taught us through example that we must be the change that we seek to see in this world. And you inspired us to chase our dreams and make us feel worthy of even having those dreams. And you also taught us that our liberation is through putting ourselves first. And that means physically, mentally, and emotionally, spiritually. And that puts us in shape for the revolution. It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of the armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting on a promotion. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Yeah, poor people gonna rise up and get their share. Yeah, poor people gonna rise up, yeah, and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 yeah. Oh, you better run, 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 yeah, yo, cause finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Oh yeah, talking about a revolution. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of these armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. And finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Oh yeah, 'cause finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Oh no, yeah, talking about a revolution. Oh no, talking about a revolution. Oh, so get up, get up, get up, get up, start a revolution, yo. Get up, get up, get up, get up, start a revolution, yeah. Get up, get up, get up, get up, yes, revolution, yeah. Get up, get up, get up, get up, start a revolution, yeah. Because finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. So we're talking about a revolution, and that's what you are. And you've changed our minds, you've changed our hearts in so many ways. And I want to thank you for the beauty that you are, all of your sacrifices, not only for the communities in Georgia, but all around the world. And this is your time, and we want to celebrate you and say something like this. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Yeah. You're everything that we've hoped for, and you're everything that we need. You are so beautiful to me. You are so wonderful to me. You are so beautiful, yeah, to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I'd hope for, and you're everything, everything that I need. So you are so beautiful to me. Yeah. So, what you want, baby, I got. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Yeah, baby, when you come home.
Just a little bit,
Mister,
just a little bit.
yeah, I ain't gonna do you wrong while I'm gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, now I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Yeah, baby, when you get home, yeah. Yeah. I'm about to give you all my money. And all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my propers when you get home. Baby, when you get home, yeah, yeah. Ooh, your kisses are sweeter than honey. And guess what? So is my money. All I want you to do for me is give it to me, baby. Baby, when you get home, yes, yeah, yes, sir. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take care of TCB. Ooh, a little respect. Yeah, I'm running out of time, and I ain't lying. Running out of fooling, keep on trying. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, due respect, yeah. Running out of time, little respect. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I hear that's your favorite song, and it's actually mine too. I hope I did it justice. I mean, I'm no Aretha, but I'm happy that I was able to come and sing for you and be a part of this Women of Color initiative. And one thing that really stuck out to me about you is that you have opened so many minds and so many hearts to so many people. Our world is not just black and white, it's full of color. And you've brought the color back into a lot of people's lives. And we thank you and we love you. And I'm gonna sing this last song, it's called Technicolor. And it's an original of mine, and I hope you enjoy it. Been moving my feet down black and white streets. Monochrome keys never sound right to me. They don't sound right to me. Mama said eat your greens, I don't know what she means. Was too blind to believe in the color of things. What do they mean? Then like magic, you broke habits, no more static. And I think you should know, you put the red in a rose and got me singing la, 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 la. And now I can see you did it for me and made me believe in something colorful, yeah. I just want you to know, yeah. Yeah, now I can see it's you and it's me that makes me believe in something wonderful. Yeah. I just want you to know, you got me singing la, 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 la. Loving you is technicolor, la. Been moving these feet through rainbows all week. I'm soaked in sunshine every time that you speak. It's like a melody. They say love's all you need to see flowers and weeds, and you gave that to me. I guess you're all I need, yeah, all that I need. Cause just like magic, you broke habits, no more static. It was the brown in your eyes, yeah. Yeah, made me realize and keep on singing la, 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 la. Loving you is technicolor la, 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 la. Loving you is technicolor la.
Oh my word. Once again, I'm going to ask that everybody take a deep breath so we can let what we just received in terms of this soul serenade from Iman pouring directly to Able Mable Thomas, and we are the happy benefactors of it. Just take a deep breath so we can let it really soak in and we can take it with us. Ready? Deep breath in, everybody. Let it out. Now, I want to make sure those who are representatives of our people, of our community, those leaders who have joined us, that you please share your name, what you're representing, who you're representing in the chat so that we can acknowledge you. I want to start with Cheryl Jordan, who is Iman's mother. So this beautiful musician that's serenading all of us tonight and carrying that responsibility. We want to honor his mom. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Jordan.
Love you, Mom.
We have Representative Carl Gilliard. Thank you for joining us. We have Representative-elect Regina Lewis Ward. And we also have Sheila Nelson. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. Now, of course, Representative Able Mable is here, but we have a few more things for you to soak up, Representative Able Mable, because you, ma'am, are in the receiving seat today. Okay, we want you to just soak up and receive. We have a couple of words from some people who really love, appreciate, and have benefited from your leadership. Is that all right? Can we proceed?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tamika Atkins, and I'm the convener of the Women of Color Initiative and the executive director of Pro Georgia. Let's give a huge thank you to Iman for sharing music and song with us for the last 45 minutes. I hope y'all experienced joy. I hope you experienced happiness. I know Iman's music certainly uplifted me. Thank you so much, Iman, for sharing your music and a little bit of yourself with us today. I'm so happy everyone can join us at our Soul Serenade. The Women of Color Initiative was formed because we believe that as women of color in Georgia, we should get to determine the agenda for women by women of color. That there should be no decision made that impacts our lives that we are not a part of, that we are not influencing. We deserve a Georgia where we are not just surviving, but thriving. And throughout our work, we continuously uplift the voices of women of color. And tonight, we are here to honor one particular woman of color, retiring Georgia State Representative Able Mable Thomas. Thomas served 4 terms on the Georgia General Assembly, served on the Atlanta City Council, and then went back and served 6 more years at the Georgia General Assembly. Thomas is a lifelong resident of the English Avenue community and is a well-known and very well-respected grassroots organizer. She's internationally recognized as a public policy specialist and is a well-known champion of women here in Georgia. Thomas was instrumental in the formation of the Georgia Commission on Women, the Atlanta's Women Commission, and the Pay Equity Study. And we are delighted to honor Able Mable Thomas with the Woman of Color Initiative's first ever 2020 SHEro Award. As women of color, we are all leaders in our community. And as leaders, we walk in the footsteps of Able Mable Thomas.
Grand Eve, my women of color sisters. What a wonderful night indeed. Our first annual SHEro Award 2020. I am so honored that we have selected the Honorable State Representative Able Mable Thomas, District 56, Atlanta, Georgia. She is my sister friend for over 40 years. Well, I remember when she first began her programs and services to the community and decided to run for state representative. It's been 35 years later, and she has empowered so many women with her healthcare issues and victories, natural resources, economic development, and tourism. I could go on and on. She's a grassroots coalition builder filled with wisdom. She has all the tools necessary for new generations of women interested in being in the political arena to take action and win. Now, the Wikipedia says when you pull up Able Mable Thomas that she is an American politician. I say she is a Georgia treasure. I say that she's filled with wisdom and determination and pride and honor and respect, and last but certainly not least, her most famous words to everyone as she comes and goes is peace and love. That's how I know my sister friend. I have many SHEros that I could tell you about that are a part of my heart piece, such as Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Ida B. Wells, Winnie Mandela, Fannie Lou Hamer. I could go on, and of course from Savannah, Susie King Taylor. But for the new generations, I need you to put one more sister friend on that list for the 21st century, and that sister would be the state representative who we are honoring tonight, the Honorable, beloved Queen, State Representative Able Mable Thomas. Congratulations, my sister. The best is yet to come. Ashe.
Good evening. My friend, former colleague, and confidant, State Representative Able Mable Thomas is, in and of itself, a mouthful. I thank the Women of Color Initiative for honoring my friend with your SHEro Award. Mable is a servant of the people who loves her heritage, herself, her history, her community, and her constituents. Mable is and has for many years been a role model, a SHEro model for both young girls and boys alike. As a legislator, who else fought so hard for improved, accessible, and affordable health and quality of life initiatives for women, our women, us, strong, beautiful women of color. It was State Representative Able Mable Thomas. As a community leader, who else fought so hard for English Avenue revitalization, for the English Avenue School to become a safe, accessible, affordable home site to new upstart entrepreneurs as well as visual and performing artists? It was State Representative Able Mable Thomas. As a caring, compassionate member of the African American community in Vine City, who, as the state representative of the late Katherine Johnston, murdered at the age of 92 in her home in Vine City by 3 APD officers, who authorized a bill in the Georgia House to get rid of the no-knock warrant. It was our honoree this evening, none other than State Representative Able Mable Thomas. A SHEro she is. A SHEro she has been, picking and fighting our battles, sometimes alone under the Gold Dome, as well as in corporate boardrooms. Congratulations, my friend, my sister. Years ago, Able Mable Thomas nicknamed me Leadership East, and I nicknamed her Leadership West. So, tonight, with special pride and love, Leadership West, I say to you, may God's favor continue over your life. Thank you.
And now we go to Able Mable Thomas.
Peace and love. And first, giving honor to God, who is the leader of my life. It's an honor to be here. My name is Able Mable Thomas. I am so grateful for those thought it not robbery to honor me with the SHEro Award, Women of Color. I've spent my entire life on the front line for people, making sure that people were taken care of, those that were disenfranchised, marginalized, were not taken advantage of, and understanding that in order for us to be successful, we do have to come together. I've been in the legislature about 26 years. I've been 3 separate times. When I was elected as the youngest state representative in the state of Georgia. So my commitment was to always to fight for the people. My commitment was to try to pass legislation that would affect families throughout the state of Georgia. And hence, that's the way I proceeded. Also, in 2016, I was able to chair a study committee dealing with the issue of minority participation, diversity, and inclusion in the $9 billion film industry in the state of Georgia. And we still need to work on that to make sure that more minorities are included, because this is good money being made in the media and entertainment industry. So one thing I can say about my political career is that the Lord let me go in with strength and boldness, and I was able to endure and stay the course. And as I retire in January of 2021, I will have said that I've done the work that the Lord told me to do. I did it strong, I did it long, and I would hope that people remember the sacrifices that myself and others have done to make sure that Georgia grows, not just become blue, but become true to the people of this state, and that there be prosperity for all. So I love you, I appreciate you. I thank you for this award. I'm humbled by the opportunity to serve, and humbled by the opportunity to continue to serve the people. God first. Thank you. I am State Representative Able Mable Thomas.
We are soon going to say hello to the woman of the hour who was looking absolutely gorgeous. We do have one more special message. What we understand as to be important for our people is that music and song and the arts have carried us, and some of the wisest activists and leaders like yourself, Able Mable, have always merged and converged with the arts, have always spoke up for. So we have one more. Regina, let me know if you're ready. We have one more little tribute, very short, that we want to offer you. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to acknowledge Representative Sandra Scott as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Just know, while Regina is pulling this up, that for you, of course, Able Mable Thomas, we are going to take all of these sentiments in the chat and put it in a beautiful keepsake for you and send it to you. So you have a wonderful hard copy of all of these comments in the chat. So if you all are on via Zoom right now, if you have the link, go ahead and click on it, because we're going to memorialize your comments for her so that this whole Zoom and virtual world can't separate Able Mable from some of you all's sentiments and comments. So put it in the chat. One more tribute. Here we go.
Greetings. I am Gail Vernon Zuri Samir Ramaati Jordan, one of 10 co-founders of Giwayan Mata, the all-sister dance, percussion, and vocal ensemble. 27 years ago, Giwayan Mata came together to uplift our communities and to celebrate African culture through African dance and song. At that time, when Giwayan Mata began performing music on the instruments of the djembe orchestra, we were stepping into an arena dominated by male drummers. Having Mabel at our back as the drum major for justice that she is, regardless of race, gender, sexual preference, economic status, and more, we had the right one speaking on our behalf. She spoke wherever her voice could be heard and where people could read about us through the many City Council and House of Representative proclamations that she sponsored in our name. For that, we are always grateful. Additionally, members of Giwayan Mata's ensemble have been deeply committed to midwifery, the right to birth our babies safely at home, and the reduction of maternal and infant mortality in Georgia. Able Mable has been at the forefront of that struggle, showing us how to navigate the legislative process. Able Mable has shown her deep love for her Vine City community by reinvesting in the English Avenue Elementary School with the goal to reopen the school as a community center where she can continue to serve her people. We can all strive to support her in this goal. Able Mable Thomas is a true sister, a true servant, and an exemplary human being. We at Giwayan Mata love your dedication and your grace. Thank you for all that you have done. Peace.
All right. Well, I will not hold the Zoom screen back from you any longer. If you wouldn't mind, please, Honorable Queen Sister Able Mable Thomas, would you mind showing us your video screen, your face on screen, and sharing a little bit with us tonight?
And then I want to tell you that I love you. I do so appreciate the women of color, the initiatives to think enough of me to honor me. I want to tell y'all the truth. Politics ain't easy. And I see some of my colleagues that's on the line, and I do appreciate it. And I appreciate the friendship. Carl Gibbon, our I've been knowing him since he was a young man at Marshall, and he was my youth coordinator, and now he's state representative. That's a good sign that it's time to tap and move to that part of destiny when the person, the youth coordinator becomes state representative. So, Carl, I appreciate you. I appreciate your sister, Pat, because I met her at the same time. And she said we've been friends for 40 years. And I didn't know when I met her that I was going to have a home in Savannah because that's where she was from. I just thought she lived in Atlanta. Um, Being in politics, um, sometimes it gets lonely, and sometimes you don't really believe that people appreciate the work that you do. And so, with this award and the level for which I'm being honored, serenaded, and respected, RESPECT, um, it makes me just feel, because it makes me feel that your work has not been in vain. My pastor, Pastor Terry Bigger, said to me when I came to her on the last day, June 26, 20, that $21 million have been put in the budget to help end maternal mortality, where um, black women die, black women die 3 to 4 times more than any race at childbirth. And one thing I understood is that is crazy. We cannot have a society where black women dying at childbirth. And childbirth doesn't mean at the date. It's from the day the baby is delivered all the way into a year. And in that year, our mothers are dying. In the movie called Fences, there was a scene where Viola Davis says to Denzel Washington, I'm going to take care of this child because ain't nothing like a motherless child. And I could not stand by and not speak to stand Medicaid, where women get pregnant and get on Medicaid, they live for 2 months and then they off. But women are dying between that time of birth and 12 months. So Representative Sandra, the SHEro Award, uh, y'all got to get to work because you still got to move it from 6 months to 12 months because we cannot have a race where our children in foster care are subjected to all kind of manner of abuse and craving by their mothers dying at childbirth because health professionals do not listen to black women. When black woman thinks she has an ailment, they say, oh, ain't nothing to that. Take an aspirin. So the bottom line is we are treated pretty bad in the healthcare system of America. And black women have to speak up for your rights. And also, when we put that money back in the budget, and also there was an additional $500,000 put in the budget for Morehouse School of Medicine. So they'll create a center for excellence where they fight under the domain of research, training, community engagement, so that we can end maternal mortality in the state of Georgia. Because we deserve better, and our families, if we fight together, will get better. So
Ashe.
thank you so much, everybody. I spent a lot of my work in healthcare. I'm the author of the first mandated benefit in the state of Georgia that requires insurance companies to pay for mammograms, pap smears, and the prostate cancer test. Amend
Mm,
the rape shield law in the state of Georgia to make it harder for a woman's past sexual history to be brought into court unless there was a past relationship between the two. Gave all fire, fire trucks in the state of Georgia first responders license. So if they get to the scene of an accident before an ambulance, they can administer IV and other medication and not be worried about being sued. So I've been on the front line trying to keep people in their homes, whether it's through homestead exemption. But more than anything, I cannot stand by and have people treated unfairly. So if I walk into any room in America, don't worry. I'm a light worker, a LIGHT worker.
Yes.
I'm going to be on the side of the people.
Ashe.
I love you, women of color. I thank you for loving me. I thank you for believing in me. I thank you so much, Sandra Barnhill, your sister Tanya, back to back Don, and all the people who made this award possible, and Tony Marvin to do first class, because that's exactly what I believe in, first class. Thank you. I love you. I'm still on the battlefield, but I do have to shift a little bit because the word of my mouth and the meditation from my tongue has to be written down, has to be documented, because I want all those that come into leadership in politics. It's not about wearing the suit. It's about servant leadership. You can be successful being progressive. You can be successful if
Right.
you wear African clothes.
Mm.
Wear if you want to stand up and speak out, even when they tell you don't speak out, you can do it, and you can have a great career. So some of the things that the Lord has allowed me to do have to be put on paper. And if y'all allow me 1 more second, many of you do not know that June of 1994, something was created in America that did not exist.
Mm.
I was at a conference in Chicago, Illinois, which is, I think, it was a pro-choice alliance meeting sponsored by the Liz Foundation. And there was over 200 white women in the room and 12 black women.
Mm.
I went to each of those black women and asked them would they go to lunch with me. And I pulled a room to the side, had a room to the side, and all those 12 women, black women came together. Asked them who they were, what state they were from, and why were they there. And what was being talked about in the narrow domain of abortion was that what we were about. They said it had some relevance, but it did not speak to black women and our healthcare needs. Thereby, on that day in June of 1994, we created an organization called Women of African Descent for Reproductive Justice.
Mm.
And now that you hear the word reproductive justice, RJ, you assume it always was. But in reality, in 1994, the only words they used was reproductive health, reproductive choices, reproductive rights. But the word reproductive and justice had never been put in the same sentence. So on that day, we coined the word reproductive justice, which is being used all over America now. And one of the ladies who won the 12 wrote a book. I went right to the index because I knew I had to be in this book. And in the book, she says that I was one of the 12 mothers of the reproductive justice in America. But in actuality, I'm not just one of the 12. I am the convener of the 12 mothers of the reproductive justice movement in America. We coined that phrase, and nobody probably really knows it was me. So when you hear every group, Planned Parenthood, Sister Song, or what group you hear talk, say the word reproductive justice, know that the Lord allowed me to be in that moment at the age of 36 to create something in the world that did not exist before. Thank you. I love you. God bless you. Women of color, you the best.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for pinning the moment with that important historical note, because we all need to remember that it takes a leader to convene that type of high level discussion. We appreciate that you had that type of drive and leadership in 1984 to convene the group to coin the term reproductive justice. So we appreciate you for that. And I want to make sure that everyone remembers everything that you put in the chat to be able to honor Able Mable Thomas. Everything that you put in the chat will be transferred into a memorial document so that she can make sure that she knows and can read back over your comments and your thoughts. And again, before you leave, Representative Able Mable Thomas, we want to make sure that you are serenaded yet again. And there is yet another moment that we're going to be honored with by Iman Jordan, who is going to serenade us one more time, if that is all right.
Hello, hello. I first of all want to congratulate Representative Thomas again and say that it was an honor to be able to sing for you. I thought maybe it would be great for us to get a little quiet and kind of reflect on what we've just heard and seen and experienced. So I would ask everyone to close their eyes. Close your eyes, and I want you to breathe on my count. So breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and then out for 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And just listen to the sound of the water. Get present. Something that we've learned from Miss Able Mable Thomas is that we need to get in shape for the revolution. And that's taking time for ourselves. We oftentimes don't take that time and just breathe. We get so distracted by the eternal quest to get somewhere that we forget to be right here, in the present where life is really happening. In our presence is where it lies our intuition and our internal guidance system. Some may call it soul or inner being or our God force. It's that voice that helps to soothe all of our fears and reminds us how good life really is. It reminds us that we are worthy and deserving of love and happiness by our very existence, no exceptions. So breathe in one more time for 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you've been feeling a little lost this year, or maybe even a little lonely during this holiday season, or even that you've lost momentum towards some things you've wanted to accomplish this year. But in those moments, stop and listen to the water. Let it remind you to let it flow. The water reminds us that rocks and impediments aren't there to stop the flow of our life. They are there to help you curve and change course in the direction of the things we truly want in life. Our challenges are the way that life guides us. It's always supporting us in all of our endeavors. We just have to trust the flow and trust the breath. Just a little of your time. I know that every minute's special. I put myself out on the line to see if I could be your vessel. So come and see what's in my eyes, yeah. Maybe see your own reflection, 'cause all we are is what's inside, yeah. So open up and know I'll listen, 'cause it's in your smile, oh, 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 in the crowd, oh, 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 and I know that you can hear me. So say it loud, oh, 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 yell it out, oh, 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 and I know that you can feel me.
Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Come near. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. I'm here. Come and see what's in my heart, yeah. And color it with your affection. And listen to me from the start, to find out what my love is promised. Cause every time I look around, oh, I try to see from your perspective. And every word that paints the sound turns into my own confession. Cause it's in your smile, oh, 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 in the crowd, oh, 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 and I know that you can feel me. So say it loud, oh, 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 yell it out, oh, 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 and I know that you can feel me. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Come near. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. I'm here, yeah. Can you say oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Say oh, 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 yeah. Sing this with y'all. Sing oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Say oh, 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 yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Cause it's in your smile, oh, 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 in the crowd, oh, 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 and I know that you can feel me. So say it loud, oh, 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 yell it out, oh, 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 and I know that you can feel me. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know me, yeah. I'm here. Just get to know me, yeah. Just get to know, yeah. Know me, yeah. I'm here. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So one thing, when I was doing some research and looking at videos of Representative Thomas and her speeches, and it was really inspiring to think about, to reimagine what this world could be if everyone participated, if everyone knew their own power that they have inside. And so it inspired me to really, sing this song, Imagine, by John Lennon. And it's really thinking about if all of these things that we think are, dividing us, if all those things kind of faded, we would realize that we are all human beings, and that we're all love and love personified. And I love this song so much, so I'm gonna sing it now. Imagine no one heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people
Imagine no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people, yeah, living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, yeah. And this world will be as one. Try to imagine if you care for such a world. Try to imagine if you care for such a world, yeah. Try to imagine if you care, for such a world, yeah. I want to thank the Women of Color Initiative. I want to thank Sandra Barnhill, Anana. I keep saying, Anana. That's my little thing for her. I want to thank Tanya, Regina, Tamika, my mom, SHEro, who's on here now. Thank everyone for allowing me to be a part of this. And once again, congratulations, Representative Thomas. And I want to close out, since it's a holiday, with a little holiday cheer. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe helped you make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks, everyone. I'll throw it back to you, Anana. What's that?
Thank you. Let me tell you something, Iman.
What's up?
The weight of honoring Representative Able Mable Thomas in a way that we just pray that you, sister, feel it is hard to do because you've done so much, and you've done it without flinching. You've done it without seeing the impact always. And so the task that Regina, Tanya, Sandra, Iman, and myself have been faced with was never really easy, because it's not possible to condense all of the thanks and the gratitude into just this short time period. But I want to say thank you to you, Iman, for helping us emote the accurate sentiments of gratitude through music. And not only that, but as we go into this holiday season, our dear Queen sister, Able Mable Thomas, it is our hope and prayer that you, as soon as you close out this Zoom room, that you hold tight the fact that we love you, we appreciate you, and that every note that came out of Iman, we co-sign.
Yeah.
And we don't want you to forget that we're not just serenading your soul, but you have serenaded our souls with your leadership for years. I don't want to close any of this out without making sure that, Iman, you share a little bit about what it's like to be this vessel and sending it directly towards Representative Able Mable Thomas. What is that like to sing and serenade on our behalf to her for you?
Well, it's a blessing, first of all. There's so many things that I think we take for granted, of all the people that have, struggled and sacrificed and done so many things that we don't even know about, because we just live in the privilege of having certain things already there, and that goes for our everyday life, that goes for things that are happening in the justice system, that all of these things, that people have bled and for our right to be able to live the way that we live. And so for me to be able to sing is it's just a blessing, and for me, and hopefully it's a little bit of a thank you for all the things that you've done, Miss Thomas, for all of us. And so I thank you. I thank you.
I hope that those who have words to share that you would like memorialized for tonight, that you have slipped it in the chat, that you have taken this opportunity for someone to take this virtual environment and turning into something permanent for our queen, State Representative Able Mable Thomas. We appreciate you. And before we close out, I believe Regina has something set to kind of cement what we feel and where we are, how we would like for you to leave. So I'm gonna, Iman, turn it over to our behind the scenes team, who's gonna give you something to walk away with. All right, we love you, State Representative Able Mable Thomas, we love you. Okay, before we close out, as you see, we will be back again, making sure that we are available to those who are in need of their souls being serenaded, to carry us through some of these challenging times so that you do not feel alone. Tonight, we've been lucky enough to have the time of, again, our queen sister, Able Mable Thomas, as she just moves to this other transcendent phase of her life. We want to say thank you again. For those who are looking for more support, please come to the next Soul Serenade, where we'll be focusing on mental health for renewal. and what strategies we want to start 2021 in. We'll be looking at sound bowl meditation. And of course, I'll be hosting it. Women of Color, thought leader and founder of Sister Care Alliance. We thank you. Good night, everybody. Be safe. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Taking care of yourself and each other.